So one fact about me is that despite how much I complain and go on and on about how I need to be getting my life together, is that I work, really pretty well under a certain degree of stress. I might even say that I thrive under stress, and I need some pressure on me to get pretty much anything done. You can assign me an essay a month in advance or a week in advance, and I will do most, if not all of it, in the last couple days. Usually lots of stuff gets done the night before it's due, or even the morning that it's due. I think that's also a big part of why I've been so successful with VEDA. There's a very clear deadline. If I don't have anything to talk about, I need to come up with something to talk about, because I need to make a video by the end of the day. I have to do it. And that's totally fine sometimes. I've survived this far into my academic career, I made it into college, I get decent grades. But that can also be problematic. I think that's a big reason why I've been so bad at doing kind of creative or outside of school things that I really want to do, because there's no any kind of deadline for them, and maybe I should be setting a deadline for myself, but I can go against my own deadline. There's nothing in place for something that I absolutely have to do, and that's also why I'm not very good at putting up videos consistently during non-VEDA. Then I'm also getting into the issue where I'm just used to putting things off and off and off, and I'm just kind of getting more and more just later and later. I feel like I'm doing more and more stuff at the absolute last minute, as late as possible, to the point where it's I'm getting close to not having enough time to do the thing. I haven't had any real cases where I haven't finished an essay in time, but I've got it really close sometimes, and it'd be nice to finish something a little bit ahead of time and have time to read it through and edit it and make sure it's good before running to class and printing it out. And then there's also a bit of a fine line between the three stages, okay, I'm kind of stressed about this thing, I should probably be working on this, but I've got time, so I'm just going to put it off a little longer. And then there's, okay, I'm stressed about this, I need to do this right now, I'm just going to get stuff done, that's productive mode. And then there's the third stage, I'm just so stressed, I'm overwhelmed by stress and anxiety and in a panic, and I can't do anything. And I've experienced all three of those things over the course of an hour or something, and sometimes I've jumped from the first one to the third one. And so, I have just been searching long and hard within myself, deep inside me, to try to find the art of writing an essay, and you just have to do it. Take 5 minutes and go and get your beverage and get in your spot and find your music if you listen to music while you work, and then turn on self-control if you use self-control. Don't try to tell yourself that you don't need to turn on self-control this time, because just turn on self-control. If you don't use self-control, I highly recommend it. It's this app that just blocks out specific sites that you tell it to block out, you have a blacklist, and you can't use those websites for this time that you specify, and it's good. And then you just gotta write, take your ideas out of your books and out of your mind grapes, and you type it onto your computer and you write it. You can set yourself a schedule or a system of rewards if something like that works for you, but most importantly, you've just gotta do it. And that's what I've gotta go do right now. But I will see you tomorrow for the penultimate day of VEDA.